What's up, guys? So I'm doing so much live streams. This is like, it's cutting me off for some reason. Okay. Quick play.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions. Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this
Chiefs.
No one got a brain, they just be liking.
I'm actually gonna do a win with team, so this would be, you know, some. Okay, Jets, ready? Titans, you got me kidding.
Everything I wrote gon' smoke so dangerous. I can make an Einstein feel brainless, but look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started, please give me a pardon. This the type of beat that get the whole crowd marching. Time to shut it down, we made the whole town Spartan. I'm from outer space, so all my homegirls Martian. It's about to get critical, this moment is pivotal. Here to feed the streets that say my influence umbilical. We gon' make it grimy, they'll go get behind me. Told you I'm the best, I done said it with my chest, so for real nobody try me.
Random.
And I say one for the money and two for the love.
It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Tennessee Titans and the New York Jets coming up next.
The Titans, like, such a bad
We have
matchup.
a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without
I don't know why
Marco,
they're
but we are
calling
set for
them
football
Titans.
at MetLife Stadium in
Isn't
East
he on
Rutherford,
the
New
Ravens?
Jersey. Tonight.
DeAndre Hopkins is on the Ravens. Okay.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development. But he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
Wow, you have to run faster. What are you doing?
First down, but he couldn't reel it in.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls in.
And right away, he lost the football.
No.
And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Sweet, Titans suck.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Nice tackle, nice play by Kevin Byard. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Rodgers. That'll be complete to Alan Lazard.
Aaron Rodgers is
about 8 to the 27-yard
He's
line.
not good.
They had a great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a
But
3rd
he
and
used to be
5.
good.
Now it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can...
How's that get? I have Dirk Henry's on here. There we go.
Points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tannehill on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. This pass deep for a cockroach.
You gotta be kidding me.
They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers. That is caught. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
What?
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle.
Enter people options.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Menu narration option is set to off.
You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
injured.
Here's Knight on the handoff. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Rodgers. It took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Jets are able to stretch out their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. This taken in right around the goal line.
Monster.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
That's it.
Tannehill rolling to his right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now Tannehill. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. DeAndre Hopkins from a yard out. And the Titans have cut it back within a score. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it as we resume action. So
I tried Madden 25. It's a lot different when you kick the ball. And DeAndre Hopkins is on the waivers.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. New York ready to go again offensively. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Rodgers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Take it in at the 22. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Open man, that's Henry. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller, because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 18 on the play. And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Well, second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sign of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, it's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced...
No.
His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. He's got daylight. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're right over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop it. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill.
No. That was picked off.
Nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Off play action, Tannehill.
I'm not doing.
It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Tannehill.
You got him.
And it falls incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day,
it's still
execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. The end result, 21 yards. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So we reach halftime here, and it's off the third quarter. No problem. Let's do it.
You gotta be kidding me.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. On first down, Rodgers finding Hardman here over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. This is Knight. And he's in.
Actually, this team sucks. Titans.
And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Now Zerline on and the extra point.
Okay.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
Yo, come on.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
No way, you dropped that in your hands.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Stop blocking.
The Titans efficient passing
Stop
on
blocking,
this drive.
Anna.
There's another 1st down. Again, Tannehill.
No way.
Incomplete.
It sort of looks like they started some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And it's
I was
knocked
almost
away and
picked.
incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
These guys running back out of the backfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw is Tannehill. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Stop blocking.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. This will go to Henry out wide. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I know it was a game,
Stop.
but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
I knew it. Incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now he's free to midfield. Breece Hall. He's to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. 92 yards. And the Jets are able to widen their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Tannehill. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 24 yards the game there, another first down as well. Now it's Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Eluding the pressure right. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Spears will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for 2 here.
Tannehill looking to throw. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Jets have got it.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. 3 quarters and come and gone. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hall want to give up the middle.
He will push his way down to about the 14.
That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. This is 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
No.
And he's going to take it in for the Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Jets have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
I can't do anything.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
We just need
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Jinx.
And he had no room to run as
I
he's
wasn't
tackled
this
down
team.
inside the 20. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Tannehill. Going deep for Hopkins.
Okay, I'm actually done. Watch this, watch this. Watch this, watch this. Watch, I'm gonna be... Eagles. Jets. Well, and watch this, watch. I'm gonna flip and destroy them.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Now I'm an Eagles, so I would just absolutely destroy the match. This can't focus.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Has been so good.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And the timing a bit off that
just
time
try to
as
do
falls to the ground.
Anytime he reads man coverage, it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test it perimeter, but that time they'll up to the challenge.
They'll run with Hall. Able to avoid him. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
And that's just the third play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. That's caught left side by Hardman. He's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys. Because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence. Show some aggressiveness. Go pick it up.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. Give to Hall running right. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Meanwhile, Rodgers pulled in by Lazard. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. Call it a gain of 6 on the play.
Just wait until my offense.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him. Make him think as he's running downfield and hope he can create a little bit of havoc.
How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. A quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown. Conklin from...
I'm going to see that. It's right there, bro.
Out. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And now the Eagles going to signal for a time. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the kick goes through, and then the penalty, that will add some yardage to the upcoming kickoff.
And now you got a choice about how you want to proceed, because on the kickoff with the additional yardage, You may want to game plan and just boot it high and make the kicking team return and try and pin them in deep. Or you just go ahead and boot it through the opposite uprights and take the guaranteed touchback.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw.
What am I doing?
Going to be intercepted. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
In motion, right one of the tight ends. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack there by Brandon Graham coming in and bringing down the ground.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go inside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now Rodgers throws it on the move, but can't connect as it falls incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner.
Guys, okay, now I'll show you.
But that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
2nd and 10. In motion right is Smith. A fake on the jet sweep as they'll go play action with Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And a big he's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Oh,
Struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jets will take over here just shy of the 30.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Under pressure, they got him again. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. So there's no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now are starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now throwing on 3rd down.
First down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. Back deep is Britton Covey. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. They go play action with Hurts.
No.
It's coming and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. Never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it
What?
up. Hardman,
wait, now?
Not going to bring this out, so they will.
I'm live streaming. Huh? Okay.
25. And New York set to take the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they...
Are you leaving now?
They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Rodgers. On the out route, he finds Hardman. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like a game caught in between here because any completions on first and second down, they got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here.
Might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
This is taken at the 18. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia.
Do something real quick. Go change. Temperature.
Now as they head out to take over possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into territories. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll start on the ground. Hall, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Rodgers now to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we reach half due to time constraints. We move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. Game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Why am I?
Knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Hurts going to keep it running right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Hurts sets up to throw it.
That's a play.
Just a yard.
You gotta be
and
kidding
now
me.
it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Okay, one out of
it. That's going to wind up incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
No.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it.
Sometime.